How's it going, everybody? Doing part 1 of round 2 of the tapping tournament, but first I'm going to be recapping round 1 just to let everybody know how the results came out and what cases are moving on. I will say we got eight cases left and 6 of them are PlayStation. So the first one I did was Wii versus PS1. PS1 won that one 26-22. That was a tight one. And the PS1, this is the one I'll be doing today, so it's going to be versus the PS2, which beat the GameCube 14-9. It's another tight one. And then I have PS4, which beat Xbox One 11-8, going up against PSP, which beat DS 12-7. Vita, which beat the 3DS 13-4, going up PS5, which beat the Switch 11-1. I have not looked back on that one actually, so it doesn't matter. It's not going to be close. And obviously these next two, the votes went down. This one was the most disappointing for me. It didn't get a lot of votes. That's not what disappointed me. I thought this should have beaten the 360, but the 360 beat the Genesis 7-4. I thought the Genesis was going to go far, but the 360 will be going up against the Xbox, which beat the Wii U 15-6. So not bad. A lot of all PlayStation 2, Xbox, no Nintendo. I mean, what did Nintendo have there? It had the GameCube, the Wii, the Switch, the 3DS, and the Wii U. They had 5 at least going there. They all lost. But yeah, that's just a quick recap of round 1. The only one I was personally disappointed in was the Genesis one. I thought the Genesis makes a better tapping sound. PlayStation 1 I thought would win. That one was actually close. That one, I think the PS1 actually had to come back in that one, if I remember correctly. Cube and PS2 are very similar. Xbox One, PS4. That one was actually closer than I thought. I don't think the Xbox One makes a great sound, but that's my opinion. PSP, DS, they're similar as well. Vita, 3DS, those are kind of similar. I didn't think the Switch was going to win, and it didn't. And like I said, the Genesis. The Xbox I did think was going to win over the Wii U. I think the Xbox makes good sound. I think the Wii U makes one of the weaker sounds of all of them, but hey, everybody's going to like what they like, right? But anyway, that's the recap of round 1. So part 1 of round 2 here, we've got the original versus the son, the dad versus the son. PlayStation versus PS2. I had to remember which ones I used. It was Resident Evil Director's Cut and Final Fantasy 12 because I wouldn't want to be using different cases in this one. It's going to be weird. Start off with the Director's Cut. Oh, somebody really quickly wanted me to kind of talk about the artwork as well. I don't know if I ever did a review on this artwork. This is Director's Cut of Resident Evil, and it's reflecting me now off of this laptop screen. This has just got the zombie that turns around. It's got the Capcom DualShock. This is the greatest hits. I'm using a different laptop. I'll get into that in my update video. It's has the angle different with the camera set up. This is the greatest hits. And the back is just some screenshots. Nothing great here, honestly. This isn't a great cover in my opinion. I want to say, I don't know if the original didn't have this cover, right? I don't know. I can't remember. I think I want to say the black label version of this one also has a different cover, but I'm not sure. But I'm not huge on this cover. And don't forget to comment who you like better in the comments. I am not good at slow tapping. It doesn't feel right. I gotta at least be going at this speed. Like, that doesn't feel right to me. I feel like it's hard, just hard for me to do. It's PS1, PS2. We've got Final Fantasy 12. Pretty cool cover art here of this. You got the Final Fantasy 12 up there. PS2, as always, got some ships, airships, it looks like, in the background. And a bunch of the main characters. I cannot remember any of their names. I do remember using the kid in the middle. These two, this guy and her, I remember having. She might have been in my party at that point, too. This older dude might have been as well. I did not complete this game, but I like the blue and stuff in the clouds, and you get the little contrast down here. It's not overly colorful, but I do like the blue up here. You get the clouds and stuff. The back's pretty cool, actually, too. You get some screenshots up here. You get, this is more cutscene action at the bottom. And it tells you about it right here with the kind of city or whatever. It's decent back, actually. Pretty decent. Better than the Resident Evil one. Maybe I will do a cover art. If anybody's interested in this real quickly, I can do a cover art tournament as well. You know, I could do it in that. I can gumshoe. I can tap on the cases or whatever. You know, what cover art do you like better? Maybe I will do that by like kind of maybe take my favorites from like a system. I don't know for sure, and maybe do it by system, and then maybe have the systems battle it out. I don't know. One more run with the PlayStation. yeah, like I said, remember, if you want to vote, leave a comment on what you think was better, PS2 or PS1. I will say, just throw myself in here, I'm not voting myself, but I feel like almost the PS1 almost has an advantage because it's a jewel case. It has a completely different sound, obviously, but I should have, and the problem is I don't have any other systems that would have a jewel case. It would have to be like the Sega Saturn or the Dreamcast, which I have no games for. I'm trying to think, is there any other one that would have had a jewel case? I don't think so. I don't believe Nintendo ever had any, right? Sega didn't up until Saturn. Oh, Sega CD. But I don't have any Sega CD games either. So. TurboGrafx CD. Actually, the original TurboGrafx 16 would have had the jewel case top at least too. Not like this completely, but it would be similar to this, but it had a different, I think it had more of a plastic back. I don't know. Like a different, harder plastic. I don't know. But anyway, vote down in the comment section what you liked more, and thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.